This course requires you to use historical evidence to answer the questions you have chosen. So, what does that mean? What does that even look like? So, just as an example, let's play with this essential question. What were early picture shows like? You think, okay, I've got to use evidence. I've got to use cited quotation from the sources, whether that's textbook, primary sources, supplemental resources. Okay, well, I've read one of the primary sources and I found a cool quote. Here it is. The bill the other afternoon consisted of two short films, a chase picture, one verse of a song sung by a man provided by the publisher, who also provided the slides for its illustration with his name in large letters, three more films, and the announcement that the bill would change every half week. Okay, well, that's a good start, but it's by no means enough, right? Here's something very important to remember. Evidence supports your argument. Evidence cannot make the argument for you. You need to contextualize and explain that evidence. Okay. So, the first thing that this is missing is a citation. Historians need to know where this information came from. Where did the evidence come from? So, if you were to just drop this into your paper with no citation, I would probably write something like this. Where's the required footnoted citation? So what you need to do as far as creating a citation is you go here to insert, go to footnote, and that will drop you down to the bottom of the page. And all you need in this case is the name of the source. Drop that in and you're good. Okay, so that tells the reader where this came from. Now remember, exact quotations always need to be designated as such by using quotation marks. Don't forget that. Okay. That shows very clearly that these are not your words. These are the words you've taken from another source. Something else this particular quote is missing is an introductory phrase. Let your reader know immediately where you are getting this information. So if I saw this in a paper, I would probably drop in a comment that looked like this. Where is your introductory phrase, right? So what you need to do is you can write something like, according to Variety. That's enough, all right? That's good. So according to Variety, or if you want to be more specific, according to a 1906 issue of Variety magazine. It was actually a trade periodical, but we can say magazine. Okay, good. So now you've set this up for the reader, and you've also got a quotation down here telling folks exactly where this information came from. Now, as I said, the evidence supports your argument. It can't make the argument for you. So what you need to do is you need to make an argument. You need to make an assertion and then back it up with evidence from the sources. What do I mean by that? Well, you might be making an argument like this, because remember, the question is, what were early picture shows like? Well, you make an assertion, an argument. Early picture shows, usually presented in small urban storefront theaters known as Nickelodeons, that needs a comma, offered much more than simply silent moving pictures to their working class immigrant patrons. During the early picture show era, which lasted from about 1905 to 1915, Nickelodeon audiences enjoyed a diverse mix of amusements. Really? Is that so? How do you know that? Well, here's the evidence from the sources. According to a 1906 issue of Variety magazine, and there's the quote, right? So the quote that you've chosen to use backs up, it supports the assertion that you are making.